Well, hey there, folks. It's me. It's Bubba T coming back at you. Look here, straight out of the Nothing Fancy studio. Welcome back tonight. We got a great show for you. I got a great guest. So buckle up and let's go.
Shackle my hands and call me an outlaw. Well, I'm proud of my rebel ways. I've raised hell since I was born. I raised hell till I hit the grave.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the Bubba Tea Show. I love you to death. I'm so glad you're here. Tonight, I got a special guest that I'm sure some people's been waiting on. Welcome to the Bubba Tea Show. Big welcome to Jane Parker.
Hello.
Yay!
Yay.
Hold on. Jane Parker. So how goes it?
It's going good.
Going good.
I've enjoyed my summer.
Yeah.
Work.
It's been hot. Super hot. Yeah.
But I've enjoyed getting to take some trips and some time with my kids. So
Oh yeah. And this past weekend, man, it's perfect. 75, sunny,
beautiful.
no humidity. Man, I have enjoyed every minute of
I have to. It's been great.
it. Mm-hmm. So what's been going on in the big city of Hickman?
Well, there's usually not a lot going on
Yeah.
or at least it doesn't appear to be a lot going on from the outside looking in,
Right.
unless you involve yourself in that. But,
Yeah. Because nobody does anything anymore.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
I still go to the meetings,
Yeah.
try to stay in tune to what's going on.
I try to watch them, but hell, I work so much. It's hard for me to catch them. I try to catch them, once it's posted, but yeah. They did ask me to be on the Recreation and Tourism Board.
Really?
Yeah. I went to the first meeting, I think it was 2 Thursdays ago.
Mr. Griggs had sent me an email. I had originally inquired in one of the meetings.
Yeah.
About the ethics board.
And that's the first time Hickman's had one, right?
Since the 80s.
Since the 80s,
The
yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
I had inquired with KLC during my time there about the ethics board because we had a lot of people asking.
Yeah.
And we need an ethics board.
Yeah, like what is the exact purpose of the ethics board?
So the ethics board is if we have a citizen, an employee that has a complaint, they feel like something is not done right, or there is an ethical problem with something that's taken place within the city.
Yeah.
Favoritism or things of that nature. It could be a lot of things.
Right.
You can take that complaint or concern to the ethics board to be discussed between those, I believe it's 5 members. And they can make a decision on that to see if there's something that needs to be done or changed.
So it's like a decision that would be presented to like the commission,
Yes.
mayor. Okay.
Yes. I know I never sent anything in because I have some other things that I have an interest in, but
Yeah.
I hope they find some good ones. I hope that it's not people that they choose from the good old boy system.
Yeah. That's going to be hard to do, probably.
I think it will be very hard to do.
Yeah. Depending on advertisement for needing them,
Exactly.
because I haven't seen anything out there.
And I'm no longer employed with the city. Everybody in the city of Hickman knows that at this point. But
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
yeah. But I still encourage people to come to the meetings.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of complaints.
Right.
There's a lot of people that have complaints with the city of Hickman, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
We're a small town, but people have to show up, and I know we've said that repeatedly.
repeatedly.
You have to show up to the meeting. You have to, because that's the only thing that's going to make a difference.
Yeah, and whatever you think they're getting away with, whatever is not getting done, nothing's going to get done if you don't voice it.
Right.
So that's the best way to fight against it. And that's not just Hickman. I mean, there's
It's everywhere.
everywhere,
It's everywhere.
everywhere.
And we can complain about it in Hickman because, of course, this is where we live. But
Right.
everybody in other communities are complaining about their issues
Yeah.
as well.
Especially South Fulton.
Yeah.
South Fulton has got some stuff going on.
I haven't heard a lot, but what I have heard, it seems like there is a lot of people that are disgruntled and not happy with
Yeah.
things there.
And there's one that I'm trying to get a hold of, and I failed so far, but her name is Kathy. But I got her on Facebook, and man, she is like giving them hell, like
Really?
every day. Every day. It's something new.
Wow.
And it's the city manager for the most part. Apparently, it's a lady. I don't even know her name, to be honest. But apparently, they're calling her like what's that word? Like wanting to be the queen of everything.
Oh,
You know, take over everything, making these ridiculous city rules, like with the trash. I know there was one with the trash where, and I say trash, but any kind of pickup, I guess,
right.
that the city takes care of. It's like limited. Like you can only put so much out there. And if you cut sticks out of your yard, if you do it, then you can put it out there by the road, and you have to stack them a certain way. And they have to be a certain length too, like bushes or branches. They have to be an exact certain length, and they have to be stacked a certain way. But if you hire somebody to come in and cut your trees for you, they can't set it out there.
They have to dispose of it themselves.
They have to dispose of it themselves.
Elsewhere.
But how are they even going to know that you hired somebody?
Right.
You know,
Do they have people monitoring
exactly right.
the houses?
And that's what she said. They got drones flying around out here checking for people cutting trees.
You never do know nowadays.
Yeah. There's all kinds of just ridiculous rules that they're coming up with. And she's a firecracker now. I'd love to have her on just so we can talk about it. But
I need to pay attention and see what's really going on.
yeah,
Look more into that.
I haven't heard too much about the city of Fulton. Apparently, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think the city of Fulton, it does seem to be doing good. They seem motivated for progress there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They seem to be expanding and growing with their businesses,
Right.
and I think they're functioning well as a city.
Yeah, and the mayor, David, I think his name is David Prather. Super friendly guy. You know, he talks to you when he's out, whether he knows you or not. You know, he's just a super friendly guy. Yeah, I think he does have motivation. You know, they're building a new ACES.
Right. I saw that.
I cannot wait for that chicken. Okay.
Wouldn't it have been nice to have one
In Hickman?
in Hickman?
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
And it's crazy because we heard that ACES had been looking at a spot in Hickman.
Yeah, they're still.
It's hearsay. I don't know how true that is, but I thought, man, that would be so nice to have. But
And it's a super nice store. The one in Clinton is wonderful.
it's
Wonderful.
a good store.
And great food. When I worked for the state highway departments, whenever they first built ACES, and I think that was back in 2013, yeah. And hell, we were excited because you only had one restaurant, real restaurant in Clinton, and then you had the I forget now what they called that place, but it was just a convenience store too that had certain things. But yeah, that first day we went in there, first day it opened, we went in there, and I got like some chicken strips or something. And, you know, I'm expecting, okay, this is going to be like Little General in Hickman. Right. You know, potato logs, blah, blah, blah. No, it was like super seasoned, like great taste. The potato logs was wonderful. And they even sold, milkshakes there.
Really?
Yeah. Delicious milkshakes.
Yeah, that'd be nice to have them full. A good addition. A good addition.
Very good addition. Yeah. I think it's a great thing. Yeah. And it's one of them convenience stores, you know, that pretty much sells anything you want. Kind of like a Pockets, I guess. And Pockets in Fulton's always been that go-to gas station for stuff like that. But ACES is it's going to be a great addition. Yeah. And Hickman, they just needed multiple dollar stores.
That's it.
That's what they needed.
At this point, though, I'm thankful for 2.
Mhm. You got options, I guess. Yeah.
Am I feeling Family Dollar, Dollar Tree today, or am I feeling a dollar store today?
Right. Yeah. But I seen somebody cleaning out E.W. James.
Yes. They've been doing a lot of work up there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that is still the community ventures people that are coming in to work on that, because I know Mr. Mark Welch in the meetings, he had been speaking on investing some money into a grocery store. And
Right.
he was very clear when he stated that it wouldn't be a quick process,
Yeah.
that it would take some time, but that it was coming.
Right.
So he does a really good job at trying to work on get something there. I think a lot of the problem is a lot of our community, we have a lot of older people in our community
Yeah.
and a lot of people live on a fixed income, you know, and it's hard to support a lot of business that comes in. Yes, we
Yeah.
need it. It's needed in a major way, but on a business standpoint of it, I know that they're looking at it like, do we have the community to support us
Right.
being here?
Yeah. And I guess that's really what everything boils down to is the size and what kind of revenue,
Right.
different things like that. And this has just been in the rumor mill, but I had heard that an Indian couple bought it.
I did hear that.
Yeah, and that's what my dad had told me. And something, it might be like a vape shop coming in or gas station,
I had
something like that.
heard a convenience store, vape shop, gas station
Yeah,
combo coming in there.
right.
So it may not be an AC, but it may be something.
Yeah, it might be something else, something different, I guess. But
Yeah.
I thought Kentucky had some kind of laws on the vaping though,
No, I don't really know.
or was that might have been just the city of Fulton? I don't know because all of them in Fulton closed down
Really?
and they moved over to South Fulton because it was Tennessee. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
But they still sell, like the convenience stores still sell these kind of vapes.
Right.
I don't know if it was the, I guess the fruity vapes that they sell that was banned, but I do know something was banned.
Yeah, they did go through, the government went through and banned a certain type of those, and I know it was a big ordeal with a lot of them,
Yeah.
had to change over, get rid of
Right.
whatever that was, but
Because we had in Fulton, they had a brand new store called A2 Smoke. It's next to the small Heritage Bank or First, whatever it's called now. But he had just got there. And maybe 2 months after it opened, I went in there and another couple come in behind me and they were like, "What are you going to do about this band? What are you going to do?" And he's like, "Well, I guess I have to up and move." So it's closed. So I thought it was a Kentucky thing. I didn't know it might be a city thing. I don't know. But yeah, they're all closed. But that tells me, that worries me about these vapes. Like, what's the purpose of that?
I vape.
Yeah.
I smoke, I vape, and I thought I smoked cigarettes,
Mhm.
and I quit, and then started back smoking again, and started having some issues with that, and I said, "Well, I'll start vaping.
Yeah.
That'll help me.
Right.
Vaping will be better than a cigarette."
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No, because I also have asthma.
Yeah.
So I was using the vape, and I was noticing that it just seemed like I was having more and more problems, like breathing,
Right.
and I just said, finally, just quit.
Yeah. Just be done with it.
Give this
Yeah.
up and just put it down. So I did, and now then it's been, I guess, about 3 years, close to 3 years, maybe.
Wow. Congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah.
Years.
But I went that same way when I was buying them fruity ones, from the gas stations. I would get to a point to where my throat felt real cold all the time, and it would kind of choke me up.
Yeah.
And I just got tired of it, but I couldn't stop either,
Right.
So I was going through Murphy's one day, and found one of these, but it was a different brand,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just regular tobacco flavored.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'll try it to see how it is. And I fell in love with it that day, and I haven't stopped yet. And it doesn't do that with me, you know. It doesn't make me breathe hard. It doesn't mess my breathing up, and I still get to do my habit. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what the difference is in them, but that's what kind of makes me think there was a purpose of the whole banning thing. You know.
I believe it was. What you put in your
Yeah. Yeah. Just to make it taste good.
Yeah. I mean,
And plus, you know, the kids. That's the cool thing with
it
the kids.
appeals to
Yeah.
the younger generation.
Exactly.
Say, oh, this is grape flavored or
Yeah.
sour apple.
Wow. And they did come out with one in that type of vape that was coffee flavored. And I love coffee.
Yeah.
And I tried it. And it's coffee.
Wow.
Tastes just like coffee. So I thought that one was going to take off with me. But the good thing was it had that frost in it. So it was like menthol.
Yeah.
And
menthol coffee is not a good
no.
combination.
But the taste itself, the aftertaste and stuff like that was just perfect. Perfect. Straight coffee like I make it in the mornings. I mean, it was just exactly that. So, but I didn't get hooked on it. So that was a good thing.
That's a good.
Yeah, but I did get hooked on these. So
Well, maybe you'll eventually put those down too.
maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. It'd have to be something drastic to make me put them down.
Yeah.
And I've thought about it, but, you know, it is what it is.
Everybody has.
Yeah, everybody's got something. Everybody's got something.
I just had a conversation just this afternoon. I was saying, we were talking about how there is a major, like sugar it's an addiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be mine.
Right.
Like, I'll do so good. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I need something sweet.
Yeah, gotta have it.
Some kind of candy, some kind of gum. As a matter of fact, I've done great all day long today. And before I came out here, I had to stop at the store.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was supposed to get a pack of gum.
Right.
That's not all I got.
No. Never works out that way. Because when I got diabetes, I changed drastically.
Yeah.
You know, I quit all my habits and stuff like that. But the sugar, I just couldn't kick. I still did the coffee, and I brought it back a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I'd sit there and eat 37 Reese cups if I wanted to, stuff like that. But I quit all that. But now my kryptonite is graham crackers and Hershey bars, the chocolate sandwich. I can't go away. S'mores without the marshmallow. And I love it so much. And I tell myself every night, you're not going to do this tomorrow night. And then guess what? Yeah, no.
You just can't do it. Not
I can't
yet.
do it.
The time's not right yet.
I'm not ready,
See, I like soda too. And I know I can quit drinking sodas and I'm good. I'm doing great. But if I ever take a drink,
Yeah.
then I'll be right back drinking one every single day. And I'm like, why do I do myself this way? Just stay away from it.
Just stop. But can't.
No.
I'm pretty proud of myself on that because I was always an avid Dr. Pepper drinker. I love Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Loved it. And when I got the diabetes, that was the first thing I kicked was soda.
Really?
And I haven't had a soda in a little over a year now. And it's all water. Now, if I go to a restaurant and eat something like that, I'll get sweet tea, something like that. Or if I run out of waters in here, because I'm not drinking sorry, City of Fulton, but I'm not drinking your water. If I run out of water in there and Nikki or Carmen's got a Pepsi in the refrigerator and I just need to wet my whistle, I'll hit that until I can go get some water. But yeah, I haven't drank anything in that long.
Right.
And that was the big part of losing the weight was the sodas. I mean, you don't realize how much that's gaining.
You can drop 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Just by giving up carbonated, sugary drink.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's amazing. Yeah. And it makes you feel better too without drinking
better.
Yeah.
Because the sugar drags you down. I feel so tired whenever I've had a lot of sugar.
Yeah. And it's so delicious, but man, it'll do something to you.
It will. Bad for you, but it tastes so good.
Yeah. Yeah. But I went to we'll get back on Hickman for a minute.
Okay.
I went to the board meeting, and I guess they're gonna vote me in this next
Awesome.
city meeting. Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm pretty excited about it. I've always wanted to be on it, but I never knew how.
Yeah.
You know, I never knew who to ask or if they needed anybody or however it even worked.
Right.
But even back when I was playing in the band, you know, we played the pecan festival every year. So I would like to bring it back to be something
Yeah.
as best I can. This year, I don't know if it's going to be something, but you know, it'll be pretty good.
You know what? I think a lot of it for myself is just seeing people make an attempt a lot of times. And I think that's what matters to a lot of the community is no, it may not be everything that we
Yeah.
would like for it to be in the first go around or even
Right.
the second, but just to see someone saying, I'm going to step up.
Yeah.
I want to help.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
want to be part of a solution, not part of the problem.
And they don't realize how much it helps the community to have things like this.
Right.
You know, where you see your city leaders out there mingling with people
Exactly.
and just treating people like they're human,
Right.
for one.
I think it's unfortunate that our city officials don't involve themselves more in
Yeah.
some of the city functions.
Right. Or at least maybe
Just, sometimes it's just making an appearance.
right. Just having some kind of fundraising event for the city itself for these events, you know,
Right.
whether it be just a cook off, some kind of barbecue cook off, or even a car wash. You know, we're not above car washes.
No, we're not.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get money from somewhere to put on events like that. So I get that part.
Exactly. Nothing is free.
Yeah, nothing's free. And the more you engage people, the better. You could be the worst, whatever official in the world. And if you engage people every day, they're going to think you're great.
Yep.
You know, it's just that simple.
Because they'll feel like they matter. Like I matter to this person.
Yeah.
Because they're engaging in conversation or whatever activity is going
Right.
on.
Just for somebody to be able to tell somebody that the mayor knows my name, he talks to me.
Yep.
That goes a long way, you know.
Goes a long, long way.
And that's whenever people are more generous too on donations and things like that for events like Pecan Festival or anything. They get generous whenever they feel like they're noticed.
Yeah.
You know, in that way.
People like to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with letting somebody know that you do appreciate
Mhm.
them and that you sincerely mean it.
Right.
Because you can say it all day long, but there's a difference.
Yeah.
between
There's a
that
difference.
and actually meaning what you're saying.
And I think that's one of the biggest problems with Hickman right now is people have given up.
Yes.
You know, they don't have that engagement on some of these leaders, and they just don't
People
care.
have become so frustrated with, and this is what I have seen myself.
Yeah.
People have complaints and they come in and they complain to city officials and they see nothing change.
No.
Nothing happen. There's no response back to them. There's no phone call
Mm-mm.
to say, hey, we're working on this or I'm trying to address it.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And they have given up in a lot of ways. And that's unfortunate because I mean, I remember Hickman has always Hickman has had a past of not so good past on a lot of things.
Yeah, on a lot of things, yeah.
But we're a different generation. Well, my generation is different than your generation,
Yeah.
But our generations as a whole would like to see something better.
Right. Yeah.
And our generations would love to work together to
Yeah.
make that happen. And it's going to take some work.
Right. And that's
And
why it kind of irritated me just a little bit that, I was told that because I don't live in the city, I can't do certain things. But, if I went to Fulton and went the same way, that'd be the same rule. So I'm kind of just stuck in the middle. Like,
yeah,
where do I go? You know, I don't think that should be a limitation for somebody wanting to come in and help make the city better. You know,
no, Fulton, I mean, I know it's the city of Fulton, but you're a resident of Fulton County,
yeah,
and I don't see why you should be able to participate in those types of things.
right. I mean, because it's all for that for that cause. Of trying to make it better, and it's always good for an outside looking in, whether it be one person or many. But it's always good to know that. And the thing of it is not I'm not just an outsider. I don't just live in Casey. And this is where I stay. I'm in Hickman every single day. My kid's going to be going to school there, so I'm going to be engaged in a lot of things,
Well,
especially.
you want something better for your daughter's
Yeah,
future.
I want her to have something that, like, whenever I was a kid in high school, even, Hickman was the place.
Yeah.
That's where we went. That's where we went to chill with our friends. Or, we didn't want to drive to Fulton because we just didn't want to go to Hickman.
Yeah.
We went to Hickman.
Yeah.
We wanted to stop at the convenience store. We wanted to sit in the parking lots and party and just be there.
It was a small town community where everybody could speak and hang out.
Yeah.
We did have more than one convenience store. No,
Yeah.
I'm not sure on your age, but I don't know if you remember Minute Mart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't a teenager, but,
Minute Mart, and we had Mingle Mart. And, uh, so, and I remember being a kid going to Minute Mart and just thinking, my goodness, there's so many people in here. My uncle would take me in there and just,
right.
it was fun. And then downtown always had something going on.
Always. Yeah. And which one was it that was down there by the seawall? Mingle Mart?
It was Mingle Mart.
So we used to go in there and rent VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And they just had different cool things that they would sell that might be something to do with comic books or movies.
They had the best. And they steamed their sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Ham and cheese sandwiches or
Mm.
turkey and cheese was my favorite one. It was
Wow.
my first public job was working at Mingle Mart.
Yeah.
It was great.
That was great. My first job was at the Pilot House.
Really?
Yeah, that was where I first worked, was the Pilot House. Me and Tyler, actually.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, we were working there.
Yeah. I worked at Mingle Mart. Mr. Joe Prater, him and his wife, they were just wonderful people.
Yeah.
Sweet people. And he just took us in under his wing.
Right. Yeah.
We had a fun time.
And it's sad that nothing can stay there now. There's been so many different restaurants to come in that place, and I would think it would be great because it's right there by the river.
We do actually have a business there.
Oh, yeah?
Right now.
Hmm.
We do. It's what's the name of it? First Love event.
Oh, yeah.
She does shirts and like
Okay.
balloon arches, parties, things like that
I didn't know where they were at. That's
Yeah.
like they're in that building.
in that building.
Hmm.
So, and I think she does really good. So
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'll be
I
dang.
think she's just getting started down there.
Yeah.
But,
Hmm.
I think that's what she does.
That's what speaking of the different convenience stores, that's what me and Chris Henderson was talking about on one of my past episodes, was just all of the community engagement that went on back in in the late 90s, early 2000s, where you had streets just closed down for different events.
Yeah.
And having just all kinds of fun stuff for kids, having the divers out there doing something, then a ski competition, and then having planes flying over with different things, and then the big fireworks show and stuff like that. 4th of July was something, in Hickman. Yeah. And I would like to bring that back.
Yeah.
I would like
That'd
to
be
make,
great, 'cause
yeah,
we used to have vendors come down
right.
there.
Yeah.
I remember multiple times going down there and they would be like selling the glow armbands and things like that, or
Yeah.
people down there selling, like, snow cones and stuff, 'cause
Right.
there was so many kids and everybody came down there to
Hmm.
see. It was convenient. I lived
Yeah.
so close,
Right there.
so we just walked, but it was
Hmm.
something I did every year with my grandpa as a child, and then just continued that when my kids were small, and it's just dwindled off so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Well, the world's changing too. It's not. I'm not going to blame it all on Hickman.
No, because it is changing.
Yeah.
People don't have the same interest.
No. Like we went to the O'Brien County Fair last night,
Mhm.
and I probably will never go back.
Really.
Not so much because of the fair itself or the people running it all the way, but when you get to a certain point, especially on the weekends, that's whenever things always go
Right.
crazy. Nighttime on the weekend, but the O'Brien County Fair is packed every single year, and there's always some kind of commotion that goes on usually. But we were sitting there at a picnic table and we were trying to enjoy some food that we just paid, our whole paycheck for a piece of chicken and a corn dog. We were sitting there trying to enjoy that. And of course, Carmen had to use the bathroom. So they went over to the bathroom and Nikki comes back. And, there was all kinds of running going on. When you see the herd running,
Right.
something's going on. Ain't nobody running for
Something is
nothing.
happening.
Yeah. So we're kind of just, we're looking around trying to figure out what was going on. And that's when they then went to the bathroom and somebody had said that there was a group of girls that was into it and one of them had a gun waving it around. Now, my first question is, how the hell did she get in there with a gun?
Right.
That's neglect on coming in. So we got a little antsy, a little worried there while we were eating our food. And then the fight broke out right behind us. And there was these two poor girls that were just getting jumped, like jumped. And of course, we jumped up because we had heard about the gun part. We're not going to be in the
Yep.
crosshairs, don't want to hit a stray. So we went on ahead and left. And the whole walk out, it's a pretty good walk
Yeah.
to where you park at. They were just screaming and hollering the whole time. But not only that, when I was in line to get this food, the lights kept going out
Oh my goodness.
on the ride parts. So people were just stuck up there in rides.
I did see that they had a ride that it lost all of power,
Yeah.
electricity, and there were people on there. It's been years since
Right.
I've been to the fair. It just ain't for me.
Well, they took out the big Ferris wheel. There was no big Ferris wheel. There was like a medium-sized one. But what they replaced it with, I guess they replaced it with, but there was something new there, and it was a circle. It was a big circle, but it was like roller coaster carts. It goes around in a circle, and you're upside down up there.
Nah.
So if them lights went out when that sucker got right there, you're stuck there upside down. Just things like that. So those lights went out like 4 different times while I was in line for the whole hour and a half. I was waiting to pay this whole paycheck for this food. And that's when the fight broke out after that. But it's not, like I said, it's not only O'Brien County's the fair part that I'm really blaming. It's these kids, man.
Right.
It's kids don't have respect no more.
They do not.
They just would talk to us like we're nothing, trying to stand there in line, or just instead of saying, excuse me, they're like, move.
They'd rather run you over.
Yeah. Or just move and stuff like that. So going to events like that, that's not 100% in order.
Yeah.
It gets my anxiety up a little bit anyway. So yeah, I probably won't ever go back into the ride part and to pay $75 for 3 armbands, and then have to leave early because of stuff like that. It's just not worth it to me. People, go there to see the fight of the year, and at the O'Brien County Fair, but I'm not one of them.
No, that's not something I want to see.
Yeah. And I'm sure like the Derby and stuff like that went over well. That always does, tractor pulls. But yeah, it's just not for me. I would rather pay that type of money to go to like Six Flags or something like that.
Yeah.
And try to have fun that way. But just waiting in the lines is ridiculous.
It is. Look, speaking of it's not a fair, but we were talking earlier about the prom festival, and do you remember the prom festival used to be more than one day?
Yeah.
And I think it would be great to have that back
Yeah. I would love to have that back.
for more than one.
Right. And I don't know what 100% happened with Shoat, but when Shoat ran it,
Yeah.
it was doing it.
Doing it.
It was doing it. And not only that, but you had somebody up there on stage, engaging the audience, telling them what's going on, stuff like that. People like that. You might not think so, but people really like that part of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd like to try to bring back to it, is stuff like that.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Last year, I had went to the prom festival. That's the first time I'd been in years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to go. I was city clerk at the time, and I said I wanted to be involved in some things in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to step out there and be a part of things.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
I said I had went out there in the afternoon. Our previous city manager, she had been out there all day long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just talking to people, being active out
Right.
there. And it was a good time. And
Yeah.
more than one person had mentioned how it used to be
Mm-hmm.
over, 3 days.
Yeah.
And that we wish it was still that way.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be nice to be able to get that back.
I would love to bring that back, and that's, I've never not had fun at a pecan festival.
Yeah.
And I went to every one of them. I was in every one of them. As far as the band, but and we were always vendor, for the funnel cakes and stuff, and just sitting out there. It was just seeing everybody. People would just come up and just talk. You ain't seen them forever.
Everybody getting to visit with each other.
Yeah.
Chat.
Yeah,
Usually
having good food.
The weather is nice around that time of the year.
Yeah.
And, it's a good place for the kids to go and enjoy it. You can enjoy it with your friends, and
Right.
your family.
Yeah. But whenever they downtown, whenever that one building either fell or they took it out or something like that, that first time it happened, whenever they had that 4th of July bash down there, you remember that? I can't remember her name, the one that was pretty much putting it on. Martha.
What's Martha Campbell?
I think that's it. Martha Campbell. But she had put on a 4th of July thing down there, and they had the beer garden and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think I was here then. I don't think I was living here then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while back.
If it was early 99, 2000, early 2000s, I lived in Tennessee during that time. So
I want to say it was, no, it wasn't that long ago. It was probably around maybe 2014.
I don't remember
15.
that, which I didn't get involved in a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all it was just I guess Martha was putting on just a 4th of July thing, and they shut down that whole street, downtown, and they had a trailer set up to be a stage there in where that building fell, and had vendors down through there, the beer garden. My band played in it. We had a really big time.
Really?
Yeah, it was very fun. Actually, yes, it was. It was before that. What am I thinking? I played with Jay Black. So, yeah, that was years ago. My bad. Yeah.
So they had a car show down there mid-2000s.
Yeah.
I think my youngest son had been born at that
Mhm.
time. He was born in 2014. So it may have been around
Yeah.
that time.
It might have been around that time because, I thought it was great.
They had an antique car show, and quite a few people turned out for that.
Yeah.
And that was a good time. So why couldn't we do something like that again?
Yeah. Because that street right there has so much potential.
Yeah.
It's got that little, park area.
Yeah.
It's nice in there. You got the seawall. You got that open space for a stage.
Right.
Got all the seating areas down through there. You can park them all up there around the post office and on down. You could even do a double decker right there with different vendors if you wanted to.
Once we get the landslide.
Yeah, once that's gone. Yeah, once that's gone for sure. But man, it's just got good
A
potential.
lot of
And I've seen it ever since it happened. Ever since we did that thing, I always ask every year, why ain't we doing something down there? Why ain't we doing something down there? Even moving the pecan festival down there.
Right.
You know, that would be a good spot.
I know it needs a little cleanup
Yeah. Yeah.
across from it. I know there's still a couple buildings that have hurt that
Mm-hmm.
has not ever been cleaned up.
Right.
And just clean up that concrete area. And you could do seating
Yeah.
space there or for vendors of some kind there.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
But it would be another good addition to have something there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. And it's just big enough, you know.
It is.
And on the other side of that, the old gym, you know, that little
Yeah.
parking lot right there, I believe they had a cornhole tournament on that side. And it was like just the perfect area for,
Right.
I think 4 sets of boards they had set up there. And yeah, I would like to do something down there
Well,
for sure.
maybe with you taking this seat on recreation and tourism,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to bring some
bring your
stuff up.
ideas to the table.
Yeah.
'Cause I think with the right people, it'll happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's usually how everything goes, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I'd love to.
I'm not sure who all sits on that this time. Is it Amanda Henderson?
Yeah. Amanda
Sits
Henderson,
on there.
Daryl.
Is he still on there?
Yeah. Daryl and
Is Miss Robin? Is
Miss
she
Robin.
still on there?
Yep. And John Wiley and me.
Yep.
Yep.
So that'll be good. I know. I think that group can get some things done.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. Most definitely. We're gonna try at least. So we'll see what the future holds.
Y'all put it together and I'll come check it out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, hey there, folks. It's me. It's Bubba T coming at you. Look here. Are you a parent that's finally got a child in a sports team? You finally got the team name and you finally got the number and you're wanting a T-shirt to wear at all the games to embarrass them? Or maybe you got a family reunion coming up. You want to make a shirt for the entire family to have whenever you're partying it up at the park. Or maybe you got somebody's retirement coming up and you want to make a big old banner to celebrate. Look here, I got the place for you. HD Graphics, 323 Carr Street, Fulton, Kentucky, 42041. Look here, they'll hook you up on anything you want. Shirts, hats, they do license plates. They do big banners. They do yard signs. Anything custom graphic that you want, you can get done there. Look here. Give them a call at 731-446-0192. And again, they do screen printing, embroidery, vinyl decals, banners, flyers, business cards, license plates, sublimation. They do it all, folks. Give them a call so they can hook you up. They are the official merch maker of the Bubba Tea Show. We got hats. We got shirts. They do it all, folks. And they are the official sponsor of the Bubba Tea Show. So give them a call today. Daniel Thomas, the Showtime will hook you up. I love you to death. Check them out. But other than that, I guess we can get into the topic.
Good.
How's things going since the old city hall?
Well, it's been it was I think I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I said I've never been terminated from a job.
Right.
And the way it was gone about was it was dirty.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
And how long was you the city clerk?
I actually had not been the city clerk but just a few months.
Yeah.
So I started working for the city of Hickman as payroll clerk. For a short period of time, there was a lady out of the office who had not been well, and they hired me to fill in for payroll. And that was in November the 8th, 9th of 2021.
Hmm.
And when that lady came back, Miss Donna Haney had passed away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Carrie took that job position as city clerk. So I was moved into the treasurer
Oh,
deputy clerk position.
yeah,
Um, Unfortunately, we lost Carrie,
yeah,
and I had put in for the job in July, um, with a lot of encouragement
right,
from city officials.
yeah,
As a matter of fact, let me back up just a little bit. Before any of that took place,
yeah,
um, I was asked if I would be interested in that position,
yeah,
and I
nice,
declined it, and said no. And when Carrie resigned from her job position, I was asked again, and I said, "You know what? I'll do it.
why not?
I'll do it." And I was adamant. There's no training. Was a lot of the problems that she had had as well.
Yeah,
Um, is that she didn't have training on a lot of things. So when I stepped in the position, it was I don't know a lot of things to even ask
yeah,
because I didn't know all the duties to the job.
right,
And I was assured 1,000 times over that it was okay. It was okay.
yeah,
No worries. It's gonna be
right,
no problem. You'll catch on, you'll do great. You're ambitious to get the job done. We know that you're gonna do it because, you're driven to do this.
yeah, and I know you was.
And I said, "Okay." And I about pulled my hair out when I first took that job.
Mm,
I stepped into that position the end of July and did not know that rates were waiting to be set.
oh, wow,
I didn't know any of that process,
yeah,
nothing.
mm.
And I got a call one day from Naomi, and she was like, "Have you got tax rates?"
Well,
I said, what?"
so you stepped into a shitstorm.
I did.
Wow,
I did.
mm,
And it was still every day. Uh, the mayor would come in. "You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Uh, no worries." Because I would say I don't feel like I'm doing a great job. I,
yeah,
I don't know what all I'm supposed to be doing.
right,
No, no, no. You're doing good. You're doing
asking
good.
the questions,
Yeah.
just trying to get some help.
Um. So this year rolls around, and I'm still treading water, trying to keep my head above water.
Yeah,
We had Miss Kathy, her retirement. We had swap over in the office with some employees they had a payroll clerk leave, another payroll clerk had to come in, there had to
yeah,
be training. There was a new system coming in. We all had to do training for that,
mm,
lots of changeover with that. I was not getting any training.
yeah,
But I was still reassured I was doing a fantastic job.
yeah, mm,
So I said, "Okay." I mean, there was a lot of times I would go in, I would work on Saturdays trying to get stuff done.
yeah,
I was learning cemetery, but I was like, "Okay, some things I'm picking up." There was reports that
yeah,
I didn't know about these reports
right,
with the state cemetery audits and all this kind of stuff until I would get the phone call and say, "Hey, this is this needed to be done and we haven't got anything."
mm,
And then it would be figuring out the process
yeah,
to try to kn and the lack of communication is unbelievable
wow,
between the department. You've got the city clerk or the city hall office, you've got your police department,
yeah,
your public works department,
mhm,
and nobody thinks they have to communicate with each other.
right,
The police department, they are gonna do things their way because they know how to do it.
yeah,
Lord bless them. Public work, that's don't even ask a question because you're gonna get an attitude
right,
because how dare you ask?
yeah, yeah,
Um, so, eh, there was some tensions there.
right,
Nothing that I thought was anything major.
yeah,
Um, there was I found out some talk going on outside of the office.
hmm,
um, with some other people in other departments,
Yeah.
and I feel like that because I asked questions to certain people,
Yeah.
or I tried to do things that was learning was the right way and should be done,
Right.
that don't fly with some people.
Yeah.
They don't
Hmm.
like that. Um, I had filed a complaint. Come to find out, after I got my record, a formal complaint had been filed against me that I was not aware of. But
Yeah.
I had filed a complaint, and like I said, there was some other things going on in the office. There was, and I can't speak on some of that pertaining to like the payroll clerk stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but me and her were friends. Called myself friends with everyone in the office, and made it very clear if anybody was ever in the right with anything, I'll I'll go down with the ship defending you if you're right.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, if you're wrong, I'm going to call you out on it
Yeah.
and say, Listen, you know."
Yeah.
Um,
You need to be that way. I mean, that's just the right way.
so like I said, that don't work well with some people. Um, and I could feel that there was like a shift in the air in the
Yeah.
office. Um,
And you can feel that.
and I still was like, okay, well, I know like one individual in the office. I know that she's stirring the pot. I know she's going back and saying things. I know she's telling things that if you would have told it correctly, there wouldn't have been these issues.
Right.
And had even voiced that to the officials.
Mm.
Um,
There's always that one.
yeah. So the night we had the meeting, we go in there. I I had actually filed a complaint against the mayor, um, for the way he had spoken to me
Yeah.
on more than one occasion. Um, and the night we had the meeting, I was told I had to go in there and state my claim, which I didn't feel like was right because why would I have to go state my claim and defend myself to someone that I filed a complaint against?
Right. Yeah. It makes no sense.
But I knew I had stated the truth in my statement.
Yeah.
And it's easy to repeat your story when you've told the truth.
Yeah.
You haven't
Exactly.
made up a lie, you're not gonna forget it.
Right.
And I stated the same thing. And when I walked out of the office that night, after 3 hours in executive session, my mom was there, Miss Kathy had came up there, and
Yeah.
I walked out and I told them, I was like, "They're gonna terminate me.
Wow.
They're gonna terminate both of us." And, they were like, "No, Jane, no, you've been here 4 years. They're not gonna wasn't anything that serious, like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna do that." And I said I cried.
Yeah.
I said, "No, I know that is what's fixing to happen. They're going to terminate me."
And what can you say what the claim was?
Um, Against the mayor?
Yeah.
It was because we had more than one discussion, and the first time was actually in the city manager's office with him there, and um he had been talking, and I started talking, kinda over him,
Yeah.
and he's all red-faced,
Mhm.
and he points his finger at me and says, "I'm getting mad. You let me talk and say what I've gotta say, and when I'm done talking, then you can take your turn." Aggressively.
Yeah.
"You I'm not a child, you don't have to speak to me that way. No, I shouldn't have." I guess he thought I was butting in on his conversation, but
Yeah.
I didn't intend on it that way, and I felt like if you're so angry with me and later told the city manager this. I said, if he is that angry that he's red faced and pointing his finger,
Yeah.
is he in the right job position for somebody that may come to him?
Right.
So that was one of my complaints. And then I had complained because I had been told that my name was coming up on the board because of some of Tyler's social media. Um, I was assured Tyler has the letter from Mr. Griggs and Mr. Gallagher
Right.
that that would not be used against me,
Yeah.
that I was a good employee, and would only be judged on my own merit.
Right. I read that letter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I appreciate them writing that. Um,
Right.
but I called him, and he was so adamant on. So we had a new handbook at the first of the year, and after reading through the handbook, once it was all approved, I deleted a lot of people off my social media, just trying to keep my social personal life and my work life separated.
Right.
One of the people that I took off my social media was the mayor.
Yeah.
Um, I took off, but I didn't never have like the chief of police, but I took the commissioners off. Um, excuse me. I took Mr. Griggs off my social media.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why I was trying to follow the handbook for that.
And that's not nothing terrible. I mean, I got great friends at my job. I'm a manager,
Right.
and a lot of my other managers above me and blah blah blah. I don't have them on that
Yeah.
because
There's a reason why.
I just think it's better that way.
Well,
Anyway.
one of the girls in the office, she wouldn't add me on some of her social media because she said, "You're kind of our office manager."
Right. Yeah.
I respected that.
Mm-hmm.
He became hostile about it.
Really?
Like, people taking me off social media. People are sending me screenshots of stuff that's being said on social media. Well, that should have never came out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Why would you even bring that up? I'm calling you about an issue at work,
Yeah.
something that I've heard. And
Right.
all you can talk about is people that have taken you off social media. But he told me, he was like, "I have nothing for you." And I said, "Okay, thank you," and hung up the phone. That was my complaint because I said I felt like in the beginning, I was able to come to him and speak to him about issues that I had, problems that I had, and I couldn't do that anymore.
Right.
I said, now that I feel very uncomfortable coming and speaking to you about anything.
'Cause you don't know if he's going to lose his mind or not.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't even, there were many times that he would call and say, "I just want to talk to you about what's going on in the office, blah, blah, blah." And we'd talk about what was going on in the office, what was going on in the cemetery business. I
Yeah.
couldn't do that anymore.
Hmm.
So I had to go before him to state my claim. And they fired me. I got in the meeting for um, that nonsense. I don't even remember now how they
Yeah.
worded. And I forever said conflicting
Yeah.
corroborations.
That's what it was. Yeah. Conflicting cooperation.
And I said, well, that was a lie because I know what I told didn't conflict.
Yeah.
It conflicted with the person that told the lie.
Right. Right.
Um,
Hmm.
so when I got my actual letter for my termination, my actual cause that they gave me was completely different than what the reason was they gave in the meeting.
Yeah.
It was, and I don't recall the KRS numbers. I should have brought the letter with me. I didn't have some meeting minutes typed.
Really. That's what it was.
That's the reason why they fired me. Um,
Hmm.
so I will say, so July, August, first part of August, last year is when I started trying to take over the city clerk stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and then May the 19th, they got rid of me
Wow.
for not typing minutes that are they were 2 years behind. So what does that tell you?
Wow.
That was before I started being city clerk.
Huh. That's
So,
pretty crazy.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. I asked for my personal records and received those. Um, Once I got my records, I was amazed at the stuff
Yeah.
that had been told. Um, they have, and I won't name a name to keep myself covered, but
Yeah.
I will say they have a grade A #1 con artist working in their office.
Hmm.
um, the stuff that had been told by not just one individual, like I was accused of signing people up for classes, but not another person, not another individual, because I didn't want to see him succeed. And that was so untrue. Me and this
Yeah.
dude went to school together, had been friends. I signed him up for his class that he went and took at the first of the year.
Yeah.
Um, he unfortunately did not pass that class, and I was told by the mayor because it cost the city money not to sign him up for classes again right now.
Yeah.
They didn't acknowledge none of that.
Right. They won't.
I was accused of locking the city hall doors to keep the police department out. We were told to start locking the doors by the city manager. Nobody backed me up on that.
Yeah. The new city manager?
Correct.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
to say that I feel like I was railroaded,
Yeah.
the good old boy system came through.
Right.
It pulled through in a grand way. You know what? Everything comes back to people. I I have not been a perfect person.
No. Nobody has.
I've made mistakes in my life. I've done things that I haven't always been proud of. I will openly admit those things
Yeah.
because you know what? They were a learning experience for me.
Right.
I don't have an issue with saying what I have or haven't done,
Yeah.
but I cared about the city of Hickman.
Yeah. I know you did.
Um, I wouldn't want that job back for nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Well, it seems like it's in chaos anyway.
Yeah, I have people that message me every single week and they're like, what about this? And what about this? And Miss Jane, we're sorry. I know you don't work there anymore, but can I ask you this question? Or how do I get this information? We don't want to deal with them because they don't have the answers. They're rude.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
and so it's like I answer their questions.
Right.
But I was the night they terminated me, they said they made their decision based on what they felt like was best for the city of Hickman. Well, for the people that message me on a weekly basis, different people, it's not all the same people.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that you terminated me for the best for the city of Hickman.
Yeah.
I think it was your own personal vendetta that you had against me.
Right.
And that's on you.
Yeah.
That's not on me.
I mean, most definitely.
You know, what goes around comes around. And I said, overall, I'm a good person.
Yeah.
I would help anybody.
Yeah.
I like people. Um,
I've never heard anything bad about
so
you.
I mean,
Yeah. And, and I'm not gonna be one of those that just attack anybody, anything like
no,
that.
uh,
But whenever the evidence is in front of you,
yeah,
and that's a whole nother story because, and I've seen it firsthand. I went to one city meeting and I had my answers by the end of it,
yeah,
and it wasn't from me leaning to one side or the other.
Right.
It was
It
performed.
was you had an unbiased
Yeah,
decision. You
I-
went in there with an open mind.
very much. And I was very skeptical because the mayor, I've known him a long time and I've never seen that side of him.
Right.
I always thought he was just that mailman that smiled all the time.
No.
That's what I went into that meeting thinking. Like, no, I worked with his dad.
Really?
I was good friends with his dad.
Wow.
I loved his dad to death. I mean, I worked right next to him. And I just seen him as that person, And when I left there that night, I was thinking, man,
It's disappointment.
yeah, it really disappointed me because
I had was very disappointed. I know we were short a commissioner during that vote, and Miss Robin had recused herself from the vote.
yeah,
Um, so we had Mr. Holloway and John Wiley.
right,
Um, I just stunned doesn't even cover it.
yeah,
The disappointment in their decision that one made the motion, and it was disappointment in you backed it
yeah, right,
on nonsense.
yeah,
Just it was utter nonsense, and then the cocky attitude.
yeah,
It was just like, I can't believe this. Like this is unfolding right in front of my face.
mm-hmm,
All the stuff that I've ever heard about Hickman,
yeah,
right here served up on a platter for me.
right there it is. Because what I'm baffled by too, Jane, is that usually in steps that are taken to get to that point, there's a disciplinary action,
Yeah.
there's a corrective action,
Yeah.
there is training.
Right.
That's a big word, training, and not only for the city of Hickman, but there's companies out there that has these same issues with training, with communication, with um, just the hiring process in general for the start that needs to be worked on. But there's always those steps before you get to a termination. Always. And this is the only instance that I've never heard of anybody that has been just fired
Yeah.
for no apparent reason.
I have nothing but from what happened at that point in time.
Right.
That other than that, it is certifications. I was taking classes, going to like training through Kelsey.
Yeah.
I had 40 something hours towards my master clerk certification. Um, HIPAA training,
Yeah.
all these things, and then boom, you get here to this one part, and I have public works people coming, police department people coming,
Yeah.
and one individual in the office coming
Hmm.
to make these complaints against me.
Yeah. Just out of the blue.
Just, and I was like, wow, this is
Baffling.
incredible.
Yeah.
Like incredible that y'all
Yeah.
pulled this off.
Mhm.
Like,
Because that's what I mean. And not everybody's going to see that side of it,
yeah,
in color. Right there is that just me being a manager. These are steps that I have to take. If I get a complaint, I've got to go address it.
exactly.
And if it doesn't correct, then I have to do the disciplinary.
Yeah.
Right. And if you don't correct it again, then that's 3 days suspension and another chance. And then if that chance don't happen, then it's time for termination.
Right.
So when I hear the fact that none of these steps were taken, it was just complaint, terminated.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know the complaint, right?
No, I was not aware.
Yeah.
We had an incident in the office that I knew the day that happened. The individual went straight to Mr. Grigg. She come back, turned in her 2-week notice. And so I knew then that she had complained.
Yeah.
I didn't know the extent of it at the time. But yeah, all that's in my personnel file. And that's why when I got my personnel file, I was like, for anybody that wants to see this nonsense, this craziness,
Yeah.
yeah, it's mine now.
Right.
Y'all are more than welcome to see it.
Yeah. I'd love to see it myself. But
Well, I'll show it to you.
yeah. Because I mean, I would love to hear their side. I'd love to have them on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to talk to each and every one of them, just so that I'm not one sided here. But just the way that it looks like to me, not only from hearing your testimony about it, but like I said, in our meeting that I went to,
Yeah.
and I can see it all right there in front of me, and I can get to where these complaints are coming from as far as the complaints to the council or the commission. I get that. So yeah, I feel now like, just to say they pulled it off,
Yeah.
they got it done.
I was like, wow. And like I said, May the 19th is when they terminated me. I know one of the things in my personnel file, like I said, I'm a pretty open book. I'll go ahead and put this out there. One of the
Yeah.
things in my personnel file was while I was on vacation, um, city treasurer filed a formal complaint against me stating that I had misappropriated funds.
Hmm.
Um, I would pat myself on the back for being so cautious
Yeah.
on things. So when I questioned the city manager on, wait a minute, what are you even talking about here?
Right.
Um, I was informed that I would have to seek legal counsel. They couldn't discuss that with me. First of all, you didn't terminate me for that.
Yeah.
I went to school and I got my degree in business.
Right.
Um, that was very upsetting to me that you
Hmm.
would put that in my personnel file
Yeah.
when it has no weight to it at all.
Right.
That was her complaint for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Now then, if I go to get a job, they can request to see my personnel file,
Right.
and that is in there.
And there's no evidence of anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Because if it was, that's what you would have terminated me for.
Right. Yeah.
And you wouldn't even discuss it with me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even discuss it with me.
I mean, there's a lot of no comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. Because
Right.
they don't have an answer for
Yeah.
it. That's why you can't comment on it.
Hmm.
It's
It's baffling.
yeah.
Very much so.
So here I am, August what is it?
August something. 20
And
something.
I'm still applying for jobs.
Yeah.
Still
And you shouldn't
trying
be.
to wrap my head around everything.
Yeah.
And
No.
I honestly try not to think about it a whole lot because it is really gets under my skin.
Yeah. Yeah. It would me too.
Because y'all made me out to be something that I wasn't.
Right. And that only just stays here. You know what I'm saying? That goes.
Right.
That's a reputation that
Right.
nobody deserves if it's not true. You know?
And I said, I worked hard to get where I was.
Yeah.
And because of your nonsense and lies, this is where I'm at.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
But moving on. I'm moving on. And I said, everything happens for a reason. And even though I cannot fathom or wrap my head around how they thought they were in the right,
Yeah.
I know that there is something greater for me.
Oh yeah.
Something greater, something better.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Something's gonna come along that.
it will.
Yeah.
I said youngest son is a senior this year, so I've got to spend some good time with him.
Good deal.
I've got to enjoy being at home some this
Yeah.
summer.
Especially coming from like whenever you go into a job as chaotic as it sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to have been having to put in the hours. You had to overthink, I'm sure, and
Well, my hair was falling out,
yeah.
like literally falling out.
Wow.
I would work over in the afternoons trying to figure out how to do different aspects of the job. I was coming in and working on the weekend.
Yeah.
Um, and then just just trying to do it to the best of my ability
Yeah.
and learn and figure it out. And bam,
Bam.
not even a year into it. One week you told me how great I was doing, and the next week you fired me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And the meeting that I went to, Tyler was trying to get those letters up there to him.
Yeah.
And was silenced. And that's when I knew.
Yeah.
You know, that's when I knew that shit wasn't right.
Right.
You know, somewhere there's a wrench somewhere that nobody has found yet. And because I mean, it was right there in his hand.
In his hand. And nobody wants to acknowledge that.
No.
Nobody 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 wants to read it. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to acknowledge it. Um, and like I said, that's them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on
Um,
them.
but to me, you look like the bigger fool if you don't educate yourself on what you have right in front of you.
Right. Yeah.
So,
And yeah, I apologize myself that's happened to you.
well, I
And
mean, thank you.
yeah. And hopefully the right things will come out and be addressed.
I think it eventually will. I know there's things happening,
Yeah.
but what goes around comes around.
Mhm. And I think that
What's done in the dark comes to light
oh yeah. Yeah. Every time. Every time and
every single time, and it may take a while,
yeah,
but it will.
it will. And then you'll be flourishing somewhere else, you know, and being an asset to somebody else that deserves you.
Exactly. I mean, I can be an asset to
Yeah.
a lot of people's businesses,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of people, and it just wasn't meant for me to be there. Is what
Right.
the bottom line is.
Yeah.
There was frustration too because during my time trying to learn that, like I said, there was things that I questioned. There were concerns that I had for the way some things were being done,
Yeah.
um, that I wasn't real comfortable with.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
so that alone was
That's stressful.
stressful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, when you can't get anybody to look at what you're trying to tell them,
Right.
to acknowledge, hey, this may be a problem that you want to look into.
Mhm.
Um,
And to just blow it off. I mean, I've been in those situations myself where I see something that's just not
yeah,
right.
right.
And I'm trying to ease it in there and let people know, and they're just
Turn a blind eye.
yeah, just right over their heads, or they're turning the blind eye.
And,
That's frustrating and very stressful
it is.
because if the ship goes down, you know, you got to go down with it because
Right.
things happen.
And that was one of the things too that I had said back when I was deputy clerk. Oh, I I was adamant on a couple things. I'm not signing my name to this stuff
Yeah.
because if
Right.
it comes back, it's not going to come back on me.
Yeah. I get that 100%. But
Yeah.
man,
They solved all the problems.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I sure appreciate you coming on
Well,
and sharing your
enjoyed it.
story. Yeah.
It's an unfortunate story in a lot of
Yeah.
ways, but
And like I
hope
said, I'd love to have some of the people that was involved to come on and, you
it
know,
would be great because you would like to hear their side of the story.
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
like to hear their side of the story as well.
Right. Right. Just to share it and Tell it.
Maybe they could shed light on
Yeah,
exactly what
most
happened
definitely.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love for that to happen. So holla at me. I'd love to do it. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming on, taking the time to come to the old Bubba Tea Show.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, and every help counts.
Yeah.
So
Well, maybe later on we can get back in here. May have some updates on some other things.
yeah, I'd love to do that. And I'm going to try to have Tilo on pretty soon.
Yeah.
So other than the live show, he did good at the live show.
That was great. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Handing out the backpack school.
Right.
It was really good.
Yeah, it did great. Did great.
It's another thing for the community.
Yeah. And that's what me and him are talking very hard about. Just different stuff like that.
Right.
Giving back to the communities, not only just Hickman, but our surrounding communities.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good thing.
We'll all team up together and get it done.
Yeah. But I appreciate you. And for all the Bubba Tears out there, thank you for another wonderful episode. And I love you to death. And we'll see you soon.